Good evening. This is Janet with Emerald Gypsy Arts. I hope everybody's well tonight. A quick glance at a new boho journal that I'll be listing on Etsy sometime this weekend. Fun, fun, fun stuff. Lots of wonderful bows, and yeah, this journal is awesome and fun, and I'll be doing a full video of it before I list it. So if you're interested, I'll be giving all that information in the video about it. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Oh, I love the sound of that paper. Isn't that great? I just love the sound of that paper. I just wanted to have a coffee chat and talk about a couple things I found, talk about some books that I was lucky enough to find, well, my daughter finding a couple of them for me, but at the charity shop, it's called Bibles for Missions, and it's a wonderful charity shop. And I was able to pick up some things that are absolutely wonderful. I just want to share with you. These top three things, though, are pictures. Four things are pictures. I subscribe to the New Yorker. So I get a magazine a week, and some of the pictures are just amazing. This is Dorothy Dandridge from the 30s, I believe, late 30s. And that's, I thought, a wonderful picture. I'm going to use that in a collage at some point in the limo sketchbook I have because I love that picture. I think it's great. This is a great picture. I'm not sure who this is. It didn't matter to me based on the picture. I like the composition of it. I just love the way she's sitting there. So she'll be included likely in a red collage, something I do with reds. This picture I just love. This is someone who got the longevity record, I believe, for 30 years or something. But I thought the picture itself was just yummy. And then this picture. It's obviously, the albums, the way we used to look at albums. It's a cover for High Fidelity, and most of you that are, not super young will know the movie I'm talking about, but I thought it was just an interesting picture, so that'll be included in a collage at some point too. So I found those in the New Yorkers that I had been saving up. This first book I got at the charity shop is Laura Ashley was huge in the mid-80s. The Laura Ashley print, everybody was wearing Laura Ashley, had curtains in Laura Ashley, put their kid in Laura Ashley cribs. We were nuts about Laura Ashley in the 80s, and it was all this kind of floral, very lightweight, very feminine prints. There were these big full-length skirts, maxi skirts, and so on, made out of Laura Ashley prints. And I'm sure anybody female watching who's older than 40, 45 will remember the Laura Ashley years. But this book is a yummy thick book, and it shows, see the one side, there's two different sides to it, and you turn them, the different sides. Home furnishings is on both sides, but they meet in the middle. So basically what you're looking at is a bunch of Laura Ashley prints and place settings and home pictures, but lots and lots of texture paper looking things and color. It won't go with everything, but I am sure looking forward to mining this book because I think there's bunches of fun stuff there. See, just fun stuff for collage, for any art that I do, any pieces I'm doing for gifts or things. Some of these things are just going to fit into projects I've already started. Like, look at that. I love that print. Look at that print. Isn't that beautiful? It's almost a Jacobean with, mixed with something else. Wonderful. So this book is full of Laura Ashley prints and lovely little pictures of where they've been used. I mean, that room is a part of a serenity type journal page is, lovely. Absolutely lovely. Oh, look at this one. Isn't that pretty? And I'm not big into pastels and stuff. I'm really not. I prefer bolder colors most of the time, but I do remember how very, very popular Laura Ashley was in the mid 80s. So that kind of brings back memories because my daughter was, she was born in 82, so she was already 5 years old. And I remember getting her clothes and stuff in Laura Ashley prints. So that I thought was great. That cost me $1 because it's a soft cover book. Actually, it might have been 50 cents because it is a soft cover book, and they charge their money between soft and hard cover. I believe the soft cover was 50 cents and the hard cover was $1.50. So absolutely wonderful to get these things down. This is a hardcover book talking about antique style. And it's quite a lovely book. Oh, I'd love to repurpose this into a journal, but I'm telling you, I had to start to cut out the whole idea of using hardcover gutted books for journals. Based in Canada, the international postage for heavier items like that is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'll be making some very specific pieces. I'm going to do a film noir journal and a couple of other very specific pieces, but I'll have to end up charging shipping on those because international shipping is exorbitant. But the pictures that I can mine out of here are all showing antique. Oh, I love some of these pictures. I love a lot of them. It even gives me some borders to play with and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff to mine in this book. Tons of stuff. I wish there were more doors. I love doors. The artist Dee Dee Willingham, she has a book of doors. I've got to get the name from her and maybe order it from Amazon or bookdepository.com. But it's all just doorways. And talk about being able to start a piece of art with a portal. I mean, these doorways are from Europe and all over the world. They're beautiful doorways. But there's a bunch of stuff to mine in this book. Lots and lots that's very boho, you know. So lots of stuff to use. And then I'll definitely make the cover into something very special because it is, there was a picture right here at the front. I wanted to make sure to show you guys. Now I can't find it. Oh, bother. Okay, anyway, the cover itself is material. This is a lovely material cover to this book, so I'm hoping I can save it for an altered book. So that was $1.50, and this book was also $1.50, and this is just blowing my mind. This is a pattern, 64,000 pattern combinations for your home. And the way that they've made this, who put this out? Chronicle Books. But the way that they made it, Velcro closure, but it's a swatch book. Look at this. One half is all swatches and pictures and decorating pictures and stuff. All these different patterns, the way they're put together and so on. And then the other half of the book is all these swatches. Look at that. How nummy is that? Just a whole mountain of all swatches. Look at the paper. Oh my goodness. And on the back, if I like the back better, and sometimes it shows a smaller, like a version of the one on front. Other times it's different. But if I want, I can actually get some of, like I can get this piece as well as half of the front. So it's just huge amounts of patterns and stuff. And then there's these two flips with the same option of the picture on the back, showing the pattern on the front. See? stuff like that. And then this side, it's the same, just huge amounts of patterns and so on. So the way this book would have worked at one time is that you would have flipped through here, found a pattern that you liked. Oh, look at that together already. And then started to play with the colors and decide your pattern combinations. You know what I mean? So, but that top one, the way that sits just with that alone, that's very pretty. But wouldn't that be lovely if you're decorating a large home? This flip book with all, but for an artist, this is like gold. It's absolute gold. I figured out that there's more than 100 in each stack. So that gives me about 300 pieces of art, not counting the pictures at the front. But isn't that fun? Look at these different patterns. So, oh, so many fun things. And then all these as well. Just a bazillion different combinations if you want to do that. So I'm going to leave them all in here so I can just flip through them when I want some of the material that's in them. And I am definitely going to reuse this wonderful Velcro cover because this is just a slip book, so it can be easily replaced inside this cover once I'm sort of done using this book the way it is. But I thought those three finds for a day out at the charity shop, these to me were just wonderful finds as far as stuff for art goes, because I'll tell you, it's getting harder and harder to get magazines now because people, they're either throwing them away or not buying them anymore because they're available online now. So it seems like it's, you know, I ask everywhere and I ask at the different shops. I sometimes get a pile from the different nail salons and hair salons, but basically magazines are harder to get to. Now there is one more thing I wanted to show you aside from my three wonderful finds. My daughter gave me this book. It's called The Sea, and it's called a cube book, and it's literally a cube. This book, and it's hardcover, has got 754 pages in it. I believe that's the count. 754 pages of the sea. Different surfing and boating and the sea. It's all about the sea. Now there are going to be some pictures that are, oh, they're breathtaking, that I will mine from this book. I have no desire to keep it as a cube book. It's not a particular interest of mine. I mean, I'm as curious as the next person as far as the sea and creatures and stuff, but I'm just not as into, you know, those kinds of pictures. Definitely not the surfing pictures and so on. But for sure, I'm going to mine some of it. There's one here. There's one of the ones that's a. My lighting is terrible. There we go. But this is a sewn binding. These are proper signatures. And so this book will be broken down to make mini journals. So I will be making those. Some will be keychains, some will be boho, some will be romance style. But this book is going to oh, just it's going to yield so much material. So between this and the ones I found, me and my daughter found at the shop, I had a wonderful day yesterday, and all for the price of what, $3? Something like that, $3. This was a souvenir from Marineland or something, but so she gave that to me knowing I would love to do something with it. So this is going to be a fun ongoing project because it yields so much material. Sewn signatures at that size. I mean, seriously, folks. How big is this? It is 6 by 6 centimeters. So, you know, that's that's a fun little cube of book. Lots of pictures, but a lot of them I don't want. So, it was lots of fun, yielded lots of great art material to do, and I'm totally looking forward to mining these books and getting started with this. And I will be putting some journals and some ephemera bundles up on Etsy this coming weekend, or possibly Monday or Tuesday. But anyway, I'll put all that in a video once I do. I hope you folks have a wonderful day ahead.